Hey guys, welcome back to the next video. In this video, we're going to talk about microservice common patterns. Now, remember that this is a video where these patterns are pretty important for us to work with. And these are some of the patterns which microservices works upon. Within the microservice architecture, these are some of the common and useful design for communication, integration, and in terms of working with your microservices. So I'm going to explain you from the beginning. First, to start with is like a backend for front-end pattern. Now, this pattern inserts a layer between the user experience and the resource that the user experience calls on. For example, an application used on a desktop will have a different screen size, display, and performance limit than the mobile device. Now, BFF, as in like back and front end pattern, it's shortly called as BFF. The BFF pattern allows developers to create and support one backend type per user interface using the best option for that interface rather than trying to support a generic backend that works with any user interface may negatively impact the front-end performance. So this is what BFF is all about. The next one, which we are going to talk about, is the entity and aggregator pattern. An entity is an object distinguished from its identity or by its identity. So an entity is an object distinguished by its identity. For example, an e-commerce site, right? When you're using any e-commerce site, a product object might be distinguished by the product name, product type, and the product's price. An aggregator here collects all the related entities that should be treated as one unit. So for the e-commerce site, an order would be a collection, meaning aggregation of product entities, which would include the product name, product type, and product price. So this pattern are used to classify data in a meaningful way. That's basically how we use entity and aggregator pattern. The next one we are going to talk about is a service discovery pattern. These helps applications and services find each other. In a microservice architecture, service instances changes dynamically due to scaling, upgrades, and service failures, and even when the service gets terminated. These patterns provides discovery mechanism to cope with this transience. Load balancing may use service discovery pattern by using health checks and service failures as triggered by rebalancing of traffic. So service discovery pattern is very important for us. And it is vital that we will be using this service discovery pattern mostly on the load balancer where it wants to discover those fail nodes. Adapter microservice pattern. Think of adapter pattern is like a plugin adapter which you would use in terms of you're traveling from one country to another country. So the sockets in another country would be different, so you would carry an adapter. The purpose of the adapter pattern is to help translate the relationship between classes or objects that are otherwise incompatible. An application that relies on a third-party API might need to use an adapter pattern to ensure that the applications and the API can communicate. The last one is Strangler application pattern. Now, where this name came to existence of Strangler is like the colorful name refers to how a vine slowly and over time overtakes and strangles a tree. So that's basically what it is. So what this reference would say is that you don't convert a monolithic application to a microservice in a day. Okay, you understand the monolithic application first, and then slow by slow, step by step, we convert it from a monolithic application to microservices step by step. Like how it strangles, the vein strangles a tree over time. The similar way we understand the monolithic, as in monolithic is referred as a tree and veins are referred as microservices. So you take it slow and you just divide it and then you conquer those and change that to microservices. That's all the patterns we have over here. I hope you understood the different patterns we have for microservices. And then in the next video, we will see about containers. Thanks again for watching this one. I'll see you on the next one.